3rd Army Corps tank crews crush enemy infantry point blank. Tank crews of Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade of the 3rd Army Corps destroyed a building at close range that had been occupied by Russian infantry. The press service of the 3rd Army Corps released a video of the battle in one of the settlements within the 3rd Army Corps' area of responsibility. The enemy had entrenched themselves in an abandoned residential building. To eliminate the enemy forces, a tank from one of the battalions was deployed. The combat vehicle drove up close to the building and opened precise fire. Accurate shots completely destroyed the building along with the Russian assault troops who were positioned inside. In addition to the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade, which became the core of the 3rd Army Corps, it also includes the 53rd, 60th, and 63rd Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. As of early August, the 3rd Army Corps took up a section of the front line in the Luhansk region, where it is simultaneously confronting 3 Russian armies, the 1st Tank Army and the 20th and 25th Combined Arms Armies of the Russian Federation. This new bar, Ukrainian forces have liberated 160 square kilometers of territory during an ongoing counteroffensive operation in eastern Donetsk Oblast. President Volodymyr Zelensky said on September 18, Ukrainian forces have spent the past month pushing Russian troops back after they advanced 15 to 20 kilometers toward the strategic Dobrpilya-Kramatorsk highway near the embattled city of Pokrovsk. Since late August, Ukrainian units have regained control of multiple villages in the area. Seven settlements have been retaken in the Dobrpilya and Pokrovsk sectors during the operation, Zelensky said, citing a report from Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrsky. Ukrainian troops have also captured nearly 100 Russian soldiers, according to the president. Ukraine is rightfully defending its positions and its land, Zelensky said. We are disrupting all of Russia's plans to destroy our state. Russian losses since the start of our counteroffensive just in the Pokrovsk direction over the past few weeks exceed 2,500. Of these, over 1,300 Russian soldiers have been killed, Zelensky said, adding that Ukraine's counteroffensive operations in Donetsk Oblast are ongoing. Ukraine and Poland have agreed to create a new joint task force for unmanned systems, Defense Minister Denis Shmyhal said on September 18. According to the Interfax, Shmyhal made the announcement at a press conference with Polish counterpart Władysław Koźniak-Kamysz, who was visiting Kiev together with Polish defense officials. The delegation's visit comes after 21 Russian drones crossed into Polish airspace in an unprecedented insurgent overnight on September 10, marking the first time a NATO member downed Moscow's military assets over its territory. Separately, the Ukrainian Special Operation Forces also reported a strike against an oil refinery in Russia's Volgograd Oblast overnight on September 18. Gazprom Neftekhim Salavat is one of Russia's largest oil refining and petrochemical plants. It is based in the Bashkortostan Republic, some 1,300 kilometers or 800 miles from the front line in Ukraine. Long-range SBU drones struck an ELOU AVT-4 crude oil processing unit at the center of the facility, triggering a massive explosion. Meanwhile, Russia preparing to push to seize Kupiansk. Ukraine's 10th Army Corps said Russia is amassing troops in a likely attempt soon to capture the Ukrainian stronghold in the Kharkiv region as fighting intensifies. Ukraine's 10th Army Corps said the situation around Kupiansk remains tense and suggested in a Friday update that the city is expected to be the next target for Moscow's offensive. Kupiansk is a city in the Kharkiv region, bordering parts of the Donetsk region to the east, now under Russian occupation. The city was liberated by Kiev troops in the late 2022, but has witnessed constant Russian assaults subsequently, with parts of the city remaining contested. The 10th Army Corps called the city a strategic target for Moscow in its Friday update, describing the fighting as dynamic. It said Russia has been accumulating troops in surrounding settlements and noted multiple attempts to breach Ukrainian defense lines in recent days. The occupiers were accumulating forces near Radkivka and Holubivka. The gas pipeline was damaged and flooded. Attempts to cross the Oskil River by boat, most were destroyed by artillery, mortars, and first-person view FPV drones. Radkivka and Holubivka are settlements located immediately north of Kupiansk, currently under Russian occupation. Lieutenant Colonel Oleksiy Belsky, spokesperson of the Dnipro Military District, echoed the 10th Army Corps' statement in a comment to RBC Ukraine. Belsky said Russia used the pipeline referenced in the Corps' update to transport troops, but it has since been flooded by Kiev troops to prevent such movements. Belsky, citing testimonials from captured troops, said each Russian infiltration group consists of 2 to 9 soldiers tasked with specific assignments, such as capturing a 5-story building at a certain address. Open-source battlefield map Deep State UA suggests that Russian troops managed to establish a foothold within the northern end of the city itself by August 5th, an area that has grown to encroach on northern settlements within Kupiansk over the course of the month.